Good evening, Middle East. Good morning, America. How are you? I am Nela de Con, and normally I will be with Adam Barlett, but today I'm going to be hosting this class for you. Today we're going to talk about placements, and this is something that when I started doTERRA, I was wondering, how am I going to build if I was just starting? And basically, I started to learn some tricks around this path. And also I've learned that since times have been changing and basically the world has been changing, and we can do some strategies, let's say, we can have some strategies for us to have a good tree, a good organization. So we're gonna talk about placements and finding constructors. Last week, Adam was telling us that we need 3 people to create our power of 3, and under this 3 constructor, we will be having our organization, we're gonna be having our tree, we're gonna be having our family. So basically, when we find our 3 frontals, this is how we call the frontals because they're in our first line or in our front line, we will be having people that can be our family, our friends, new builders. So meaning new builders are from your 100 list, or people that have been, someone probably might recommend you these persons, or someone recommend you to them. So these new builders, we need to make sure that they are committed to themselves, to their own business, and to the organization. Why? Because you will not be building 3 lines at the same time. So you will be taking care of your organization, your line, and they will be taking care also for their line. This is the easiest way to grow. And still we will be helping everyone. That's the magic of the network marketing. We help everyone. So where we can find these people, okay, I've said that family and friends, but basically we have these frontals on your 100 name list. This is the gold mine. So every time that you meet someone, I will recommend you to go to your Excel and write this name down. It doesn't matter that you just met that person and you don't know if you're gonna meet them again. If you have the contact, write their name down, because you never know what's gonna happen in the future. So basically, our 100 name list, it's where we're gonna be contacting. We have, in session number 1, we made this list and we put some grades. We rank this list and we got higher numbers and lower numbers. In the higher numbers, this is where we probably have our gold mine. And this is where we're gonna be looking for our frontals. Also, when we do events and we do workshops and everything, we got new people over there, and probably they are also part of this 100 name list. So always write them down. It doesn't matter what happens, write them down. So how to find committed constructors? First of all, don't give a position that it's a very important position, a key position, to someone that it's not committed to the business, it's not committed to them. And because probably you will be blocking your own tree. But wait a minute. What happens if we already choose someone that is not committed and they don't know if they want to continue with doTERRA's business, or probably they don't even know if they want to do the business, but they have their LRP open, and we can ask them to be placeholders. I will talk about placeholders in the near future, okay? So if we want to test them, how we're gonna test them? So we can do different things. We can ask them, sorry, we can ask them to contact people in the next 13 days. Why 13 days? Because we have until the 10th of the next coming month to place this person around our tree. When we are starting, basically, we only have one front line. We don't have anything underneath. But when we have already someone that it's building, as Adam was saying, we want to have also the unilevel bonus, so we can go underneath those people. If we don't know if they are committed or not, and we already have one or two, at least one committed builder, we can place them underneath them. If, I think 1 year ago, we were only having 14 days to move the person. Now, since January, it's changed, and we have until the 10th of the month, of the coming month. So imagine that we enroll someone today, the 9th of August. Sorry, I lost track of timing. If we enroll someone on the 9th of August, we will have until the 10th of September to move them around our tree. So we have a little bit more time with the person to play around and see how committed are they. But if we go until the last days of the month, we have limited time to move them around. So just pay attention to those timings and those activities that you will be asking. So what can we ask them? So if they are attending Zoom or live sessions, it means that they want to learn. It means that they want to grow. Also, if you ask them to search information about oils, about where is coming some of the products, or about doTERRA or something, and they do it, they're also committed because they want to learn. If they keep searching and learning from other sources, so if they have books or they're asking for any other information, if they go to the app, if they download apps and they go until, imagine now the web has a lot of information and we can be following a lot of people in Instagram. That also counts like searching for other sources. And to keep sharing the oils. If they keep sharing the oils, it means that they are committed, okay? So when we have these committed constructors, we can place them in our front-end line or underneath. But as I was telling you, what happened if someone at the beginning was committed and something happened in between the timing that they're building doTERRA and they want just to be a normal client and not wellness advocates, or they were having a small organization and they are going out from the business for any reason, for any personal reason, and they don't want to keep on going, or probably you ask that person to keep that place because they have their LRP open, but they are not builders. They can be a placeholder. So these placeholders can give or can transfer the account to someone that is committed. So we're gonna be talking about that this class. Okay, so who is the transferee? The one who's gonna receive the account. And who's gonna be the transferer? It's going to be the one that is going to transfer the account to the other person. To be a transferee, you can be new member, so you can receive an old account, an old organization as a new member. As an inactive member, it means that you have been passive for at least 6 months. And when you change status from client to wellness advocate or wellness consultant, as we're gonna be in the Middle East. So we will be having this type of clients or members or partners in our organization. So a new member or a new partner, it means that they just enrolled to doTERRA, they don't have any other account, and they want to start building doTERRA, and they're gonna take someone else's position. When we do a swap or change position with a client, that it's going to be upgrade. So that means that someone is a client in your organization. That happened to me. I was 4.5 years a regular client. I was very happy. I was basically sharing, but I was not having any income. And then I realized that I wanted to do the business and to have the income from the business. So I made the upgrade. So that means that from a client, I become a wellness advocate, and under my, so Rox, she's my upline, she placed my position in another position around the tree. So that we can do, imagine that we have someone under the level 4 or 5, and suddenly they want to become a wellness advocate, we can place them again somewhere else around our tree. To do that, they need to make an enrollment, an organic enrollment. We're going to talk about that later, but that's something that it can work. And when you're an inactive member and you want to reactivate your account, you can also be placed somewhere around the organization, meaning that you will be asking to move from, let's imagine, from level 3 to level 2 or level 7 to level 1. It depends on how is your organization going, okay? Okay, so when you're a new member, so let's imagine that you're here and you have someone over here. Let's imagine that Maria was building doTERRA and suddenly something happened in her life, but you got Mohammed. So Mohammed has been a new member and he has been very interested to do the business with you. And Mohammed is going to take over Maria's place. So basically what we're going to do is that Maria and Mohammed need to have the same enrollment sponsor for this to be available. There is a document that can be signed and then send it to doTERRA, that it's a swap document, or also we can do it on our website. I think some of the placements, we can do the request on the website and other ones by paper. Before anything happens, doTERRA has a committee that they will decide if this is possible or not. So just for you to know that this can happen, and probably you will be having someone that it's been doing doTERRA and they told you that they're going to leave the business. So we can say that the organization is not lost. We just need only time to rebuild our tree. Okay, so Mohammed is going to take over the organization of Maria, and Maria will be placed somewhere else in the tree as a client. So that can be done. When we have a client and they do an upgrade, so also we can do that swap. We can, it's not a swap, actually, it's transferring the account. And transferring the account can be done by the website, and it can be from someone from the organization that it's been a regular client. So probably that can be you, that you were a client for several times, and suddenly you decided to activate or reactivate as a wellness consultant. So if Maria is leaving out, you can take her position, or you can just transfer the account if Maria was only a placeholder, meaning that she was not doing the business, you were building under her, and you found, or you find someone inside your organization that wants to take her place because she already has some people over there and want to grow and get more bonus and get more clients and wellness advocates with them. So again, this one, now it's, I remember that now it's available, the transferring the account. Before it was with placements. Everything needs to be checked by doTERRA committee. And if they say yes, in several days, you will be looking for the movement on your tree. Then, when we have wellness advocates in different lines, let's imagine that here it was a wellness advocate or a client, and this one was inactive, you can move this client to here, reactivating to be with the same sponsor, meaning that the enrollment sponsor must be the same, and under the person that they are must be the same for them to transfer the account or move. There are some exceptions. Every month, doTERRA has this committee that they revise 2 times, at the beginning of the month and at the end of the month, for all these requirements that we do. So in case that you have something like this under your tree, you can ask your diamond, your next diamond, to look for a strategy for you to grow. And if the diamond that you're consulting under your line, and when you talk to doTERRA and you do this, you can do some of the movements. It's very important for you to know that if you say to doTERRA that you're looking for the bonus power of 3, or you're looking for more bonus, they're gonna say no. But if you say, and if you think that this change, it's going to be good for the tree and it's going to be good for this organization or this line, they will accept, because they're looking for the whole strategy, not only for the bonus. So that's something that you need to know, that when you say or you request to doTERRA, what's going to happen. So in the same line that we were talking about, that they're not in the same line, but you want to transfer here. Imagine that you are already having 3 constructors and you want to have an extra here. Like in this case, that it's not swapping to anyone, but it's having an extra 4th line. This is when you're going to diamond, but still you can focus on this strategy. When you switch someone from from client to wellness advocates, you will be putting him here or here or here or whatever you want to place them. And they have 14 days to make a organic enrollment of 100 PV. Organic means that the member is going to pay for their order. You're not going to pay for the order. You're not going to lend any credit card or anything. They're going to pay for their own enrollment. And this is how it's going to be a organic enrollment, and nothing's going to happen. Just going to have an extra line here. In the other case, Maria was transferring to the new enrollee or to the old person from the organization already. When we have, this is the swap position. Actually, this is the swap position, and this swap position must be done by email and with a format. So we will be signing a document, the person that it's going to swap with the other one. And we're gonna need 7 signatures and above. So this is a movement that can be done. Imagine that you have someone, let's imagine again Maria, and under Maria, we have Dave. And Dave, it's going to take over Maria. So meaning that Dave, it's going to take here and Maria will be coming here. So Dave will take the whole organization and all the enrollments and all the people under Maria's tree is going to be now under Dave. And this one can be done with already existing wellness advocates. And this happens when a wellness advocate says that they're not gonna do the business anymore, but you have an active wellness advocate under them. So they're gonna swap positions. And normally when we do these swap positions, you have to make an enrollment. And I think in the swapping position now, it's not necessarily for you to do the enrollment, but normally or because this person is active, that's going to happen. And every year, every once in a while, these rules change, and doTERRA will let us know. All the information I am having here, it's from Ali. He is the Latin America account manager. He's very known here in Latin America, and he was giving this class 1 year ago when the pandemic happened and a lot of structures were reconstructed or rebuilding. So this is important for me to share, that things happen along the way, and people might be having other situations in their life after pandemic, but also another persons and other friends or families or new clients might be having the opportunity to start with doTERRA. So we can have this opportunity to have placements, swappings, saving spots. So we will be moving around. When we do these placements, it's very important for you to go to your upline and to your next diamond to have a good structure. Why? Because sometimes we change people from other organizations because they don't have a good follow-up, or because they are more your friend than with the other person and they feel more comfortable with you doing it. But sometimes they want to move whole organizations, and these organizations cannot be moved under a regular request, and it has to be a little bit more confusing. I would suggest that if someone is already building in another line, don't take that person and work in parallel in different events, I would say. In case that you find someone that it's building and it's not comfortable in the other organization or you're not comfortable in the organization for any reason, talk to your diamond, talk to your upline, and whatever you decide, you can move around and see what's going to happen. If someone enroll you and it's not giving you any follow-up, and you find someone that is giving you follow-up, and however you want to move with them, okay, just keep in mind that if you are a consultant, manager, a director, executive, elite, or premier, you have to be 6 months inactive for you to transfer to another account. Even if you are in your tree, let's say that you have a premier position, and under your tree, you want to move in the same organization, you have to be passive for 6 months and then ask to move, even in your own tree. If you are silver, gold, platinum, I wrote gold 2 times, sorry, diamond, blue diamond, and presidential diamond, you have to wait at least 12 months. So yeah, when you are building, it's better to do other strategies when you are more than premier and over, because there are other ways to do it. You don't need to be changing and swapping lines to line and being passive and losing time to start building again. But in case that you are in the first lines, or someone you know it's in the first lines, okay, just talk to the diamonds and see under which line it's coming. And basically this I would say that it's not being like stealing someone. It's just that if the experience that you've been having under your tree, it's not what you were expecting, I think it's valid to move around. Just I would say that I have a lot of friends that we work in parallel or inter network, meaning that they have their own lines. We do events, we work each other as a team, and everyone builds under them. So if you invite someone to an event, just say that that's your invite, or the invite would say, oh, Nela invite me, and they know that they belong to your invite. And basically this is the class of today. I told you about the inactivity, so you can also be moving about the inactivity. Everything needs to be checked by placements in doTERRA. This is the committee of doTERRA. And compliance will also take a look to all of the requests that you will be doing. Why? Because they need to protect the integrity of the company, that there are no crossing lines or stealing members. This is the important thing. And once everything is okay and doTERRA says, okay, nothing's gonna happen, you can move to the tree, or you can move under your own tree. The idea is to move people under your own tree and not from other trees, but from your own tree. And in 48 hours, you will be looking to these persons. And basically, when we have this information, you will be receiving an email from doTERRA and you will be having everything set and done. And when we have this placeholder, we say that we will be having I would talk about with my experience. So at the beginning, I was missing someone to start building. So I put my mom and I start building under my mom. And when my mom is in Mexico, she's active, she's a happy consumer. And at the beginning, I was telling her, by the time that we're ready and I find someone, I will make a swap, I will or I transfer the account. And by this, you will not be feeling compromised. But at the end, she's always buying products, she's having shampoos and she's having other stuff that it's not only oils. And after a few years, also she's being starting to share with her friends. So on my mind, she was or she is my placeholder. And in the near future, if I find someone to take her over her place, she will be basically transferring the account. And if I find someone before they are, let's imagine here, if you find someone, let's put this under your tree. You have 3 enrollers, and probably you will be having here your mom as a front line, and you find someone, and this someone still doesn't know if they're gonna be doing doTERRA, but they are having their LRP open and you're having them in the front line because you forgot to move them, or because they knew that they were gonna be a happy client and they will be having the LRP open, you can be having this quartet. And with this quartet, you will be having your power of 3. Why? Because if some of these ones are missing some points to go over to get you the 600 points, this person will be helping you to get as a team these 600 points for the first 9 for the bonus. But still, it's only on the front line, not here. So we will be talking about more strategies about how to get this bonus. But for you today to know is that you can be playing around your own tree. And if you find someone or someone after a few years, they tell you that they want to do the business and they're not in the front line and you want to move them, there are possibilities to move around. So if you have any questions, if you have any inquiries, write in the chat, please. Let us know what you think about, if you have any questions. I know that these placement strategies, it's not super easy. It is challenging to understand, but it's available, it's viable, and it's doable. So that's why I'm telling you to always contact your upline and contact your next diamond leader for you to create a good strategy. See what you can be doing and be mapping mapping. Map around your organization. Take a look to the organization you're having for you to know how many people you're having, how many people they are in the LRP, how many people they are inactive, who you need to be contacting. And basically, this will be all on your webpage, on your virtual office. So I hope this class was informative, that you're having information that you will be using in the near future. And just keep on having fun. I'm here in Mexico. I hope to be back in two more Wednesdays. I hope to see you soon. I hope to see you live, and have a great August. See you next week. Bye-bye.